As we travel through the length and breadth of Gujarat over the next half hour, we are going to get you stories of that important section of the Gujarati population, the women of Gujarat. We also get you stories of the political, social and economic empowerment. But what is it going to happen this time? Will they be the swing factor? Will they give that cutting edge to political parties? The male bastion at this dairy farm in Hajarpur near Anand has been breached. It's the women who hold the purse strings and have now diversified the dairy business into a successful venture. Like for many, COVID brought opportunities which Gayatri Patel was quick to seize. गांधी जी, सबसे पहले ये जो आपने डंग से बात करने की बात की है, ये आपने कहा ये आइडिया आपको लॉकडाउन में मिला?
हाँ, लॉकडाउन में मिला, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे ना बाहर जाने का नहीं रहा था, फिर घर में बैठ के यूं ही लोग परेशान हो रहे थे, तो हमने सोचा कि अभी टाइम पास भी हो जाएगा और इससे थोड़ी बचत भी कर लेंगे, गायों को अच्छा खाना भी मिल पाएगा, इसके लिए ये सब शुरू कर लिया।
नॉर्मली जैसे गाय को देखना, दूध दोना, ये एक माना जाता है ट्रेडिशनली कि एक आदमियों का काम है, महिलाएं करती नहीं है। क्या आपको लगता है वो एक चेंज हुआ है, महिलाओं भी एम्पावर्ड है?
हाँ, हुआ भी है और होना भी चाहिए, क्योंकि जो काम अच्छे से महिलाएं कर पाती है ना, तो शायद आदमी लोग नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि ना उसके तो खून में ही बचत होती है, तो वो बचत भी कर लेगी और उसको पता है कि गाय को कब कितना उसका देखभाल करना है, क्योंकि वो एक तरह से देखा जाए तो वो भी फीमेल है, तो वो अच्छे से समझ पाएगी गाय को।
अब एज अ महिला आपको लगता है इट्स इजी नाउ लोन्स मिल पाना, या अगर आपको हेल्प चाहिए या आपका जो रिकग्निशन ऑफ टैलेंट है वो ज़्यादा आसान हो गया?
हाँ, बहुत आसान हो गया है, लेकिन अभी थोड़ा एक ये भी हो रहा है कि कोई जो लेडीज़ है तो वो घर से बाहर निकल नहीं पाती है और उनके अंदर ना इतना आत्मविश्वास नहीं है कि मैं जो करूँगी अच्छा करूँगी और कर पाऊँगी, क्योंकि सब लड़कियों को क्या है कि मैं बोलूँगी, ऐसा बोलूँगी, कुछ गलत हो गया तो लोग मेरी बातें करेंगे, ऐसी मजाक उड़ाएंगे, उनके दिमाग से ये सब निकल नहीं पा रहा है, तो वो सब निकल जाएगा ना, तो लड़की लोग को मतलब औरत लोग को तो कोई बीट नहीं कर पाएगा।
अच्छा, लास्ट में पॉलिटिक्स की बात इसलिए करूंगी क्योंकि चुनाव भी चल रहे हैं और जितनी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हो, चाहे वो बीजेपी, कांग्रेस, आप हो, वो सब ये बात रिकग्नाइज कर रहे हैं कि वुमेन वोटर्स इंपॉर्टेंट है। क्या एज अ महिला आप इस बात से खुश हो कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज भी और सरकारें भी इम्पोर्टेंस दे रही है महिला वोटर्स को?
हाँ, डेफिनेटली, क्योंकि ये जो बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट है तो महिलाओं के लिए काफ़ी कुछ कर रही है और सराहनीय भी है, और ये हमको भी समझना चाहिए कि अगर गवर्नमेंट महिलाओं के सशक्तिकरण के लिए इतना सब उनके ऊपर ये सब प्रयास कर रही है, तो हमको थोड़ा सपोर्ट उनका भी ले लेना है और हम भी अपनी तरफ से थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंटली अपना काम कर सकते हैं।
Now at the small milk town of Hajarpur, Gayatri calls the shots. For the first time in 75 years, a woman is heading the cooperative board. It's a story of empowerment as much as an acknowledgement that women can control what was earlier seen as a male turf. According to government figures, about 70% of dairy businesses are now controlled by women. And Prime Minister Modi announced a slew of development projects to ensure that women use the dairy business to empower themselves. Take Ditiksha and Nikita Patel. They use cow dung to carve handicrafts and sell them online. In the last 6 months, they have sold wares worth $1 lakh and orders have begun to pour in. But more importantly, it's their self-confidence which has got a thumbs up. आपको मैंने देखा ये सब बनाते हुए, क्या आपको मतलब एक सेंस ऑफ पावर आता है कि आप अपना टैलेंट यूज करते हैं?
मैं भाभी से सीखती हूँ, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
क्यों अच्छा लगता है? क्योंकि खुद कर रहे हो आप अपना काम।
हाँ,
सब लोग बात करते हैं वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की, सब लोग कहते हैं, जैसे प्रधानमंत्री भी कहते हैं कि शक्ति एंड ये नारी शक्ति, हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी भी महिलाओं को इतना इम्पोर्टेंस देती है। क्या आपको नहीं लगता ये अच्छी बात है कि फाइनली लोग समझे कि महिलाओं का क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है?
महिलाओं का इम्पोर्टेंट समझना ही चाहिए सब लोगों को कि क्या महिला कर सकती है, ओनली फॉर के जेंट्स नहीं कर सकते। जेंट्स हम समझते हैं कि हम खुद कर सकते हैं, नहीं, महिला भी कर सकती है।
एक समय ऐसा था जब लोग सोचते थे कि महिलाओं से ये काम नहीं हो पाएगा, वो नहीं कर पाएंगे, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वो लोग खाना बना सकते हैं या थोड़ा सा कपड़े सिलाई करके बेच सकते हैं। जैसे मैं यहाँ देख रही हूँ, ये एक फील्ड ऐसा है बहुत रिसेंटली तक महिलाएं नहीं करती थी। क्या आपको लगता है यही एक इम्पोर्टेंट चेंज आया है?
हाँ, चेंज है, बहुत सारा चेंज है और काफ़ी कुछ महिलाएं कर सकती है।
पर उनको थोड़ा इंस्पायर करने की ज़रूरत है।
वो कैसे होगा?
वो यही कि कोई ऐसी मीटिंग रखे कि कोई उन्हें बताए कि आप इस तरह से भी आगे बढ़ सकते हो, या कुछ आप खुद जो बना के बेच सकते हो, ऐसा कुछ उन्हें समझाने वाला कोई चाहिए कि आप कुछ कर सकते हो। बस उन्हें थोड़ा सपोर्ट चाहिए। सपोर्ट की अगर उनको सपोर्ट मिलेगा तो वो आगे बढ़ सकती है।
Women of Gujarat have moved on. Such mundane chores no longer satisfy them. Stepping into what was reserved for men has not been easy. But with a little push from the government and with these women being publicly applauded and acknowledged, the fear to step out has been overcome. Take Devina Kothari, an industrial designer based out of Rajkot. Now, a few years back, not many would have even understood what Devina does. In fact, she tells me that cynicism prevails and at times she faces questioning looks.
Well, a lot of times when I'm working on electronics and I'm on flight and the luggage goes for check-in, then obviously stop it. And they would be so surprised that a girl is working on electronics and which is so complex. Where once I also heard that अरे हमने तो ये सब पहली बार देखा. Usually ऐसे लड़कियों के luggage में there is makeup and I mean there was some perceptions that I came across and I was happy to break them.
But a push from the government helps in changing perceptions.
Very important. Because unless we get support from the government, it's going to be very difficult for them to, carve out a niche where they're not accepted so much, and especially for below poverty line people. Yeah. And a lot of thing is a derivative of economic empowerment, because a lot of times success is measured basis economics. So when the woman is economically empowered, people perceive her to have made the right decisions. And if she has the ability to make the right decisions, then yes, she is accepted as an empowered person.
Till just a couple of months back, these women were either being pushed into undesirable marriages or had to depend on men for money and spend their time at home doing household chores. But with the Sabarmati Ashram trustees stepping in, times and fate has changed.
अच्छा लगता है मेरे को। 12 बजे आती हूँ, 5 बजे तक यहाँ।
पहले कैसा था? पहले आप काम घर पे
घर पे काम करते थे, मगर यहाँ आने से हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है। हमारी सैलरी भी आती है, हम जो काम करते हैं उसमें हमें ब्याज से पैसा भी मिलता है।
अभी जब खुद कमाते हो तो आपको लगता है कि अब आप पावरफुल हो रहे हो?
हाँ, अब तो घर में वो हक से बोलती है, लो ये लाइट बिल का पैसा भरो, ये लो सिलेंडर खत्म हो गया तो पैसे। तो अब लड़कियों को भी पता चल गया है कि हम भी कमा सकते हैं, हम भी 2 पैसे इकट्ठे कर सकते हैं और मम्मी पापा को भी काम कर सकते हैं। तो अच्छे धीरे धीरे काम भी करने लगी लड़कियां। मेरे को भी अच्छा लगा, मेरे को भी लगा कि नहीं भी मैं भी कुछ कर सकती हूँ। तो ये सब मेरे को देख के भी अब आगे बढ़ सकती है लड़कियां, और बहुत सारा धीरे धीरे करके काम चालू किया इधर।
The girls prefer to work from office and not home as it gives them a sense of power, a control over their lives. There's a resistance from their own family, to going out and doing this work.
Initially there was. We had to go home, speak to the parents, even motivate the girls to come. But once money started flowing in, all the resistance has gone. They send them, go more, spend more time. And what we've done is women who've learned here and they want to earn, we tell them to take a machine at home and we give it as an interest-free loan. So they can even work out of home. But still, they come here and work for a few hours and then go home and work. They don't only want to work from home, because here is where they get, it's not just the money, get that the group power. They get to learn from each other and that bonding and a space which is their friend space.
And do you think any help which comes in then from the government, in terms of various schemes and loans for women particularly, which are now women-centric, that helps them?
It would definitely help. We haven't tied up, but we are trying. We've already started the process because we can do what we can do. If the government we can join hands with the government, we can offer them better benefits.
Naina and Gauri and many like them are not the only ones who have grown wings while at home. Take a look at Nari Shakti. She's called the cake woman of Ahmedabad. She now runs a successful bakery home unit called Chocopedia, which she started during the lockdown. Self-learning and a desire to be her own person pushed Tanvi to become a popular brand where she now even exports her products.
I wanted my own identity, and being a mother, I was not able to go outside and do something. And first of all, I don't like to work under anybody. Okay. I want to be my own boss. So I started my journey like as a home baker.
Start-at-home entrepreneurs are mushrooming now. Many corporates and state government units prefer to buy from women. In fact, Swati Bedekar, who is also called a pad woman, reveals that at least 11% reservation exists in state government units to access raw material or finished products made by women. For small-level entrepreneurs like Swati, this comes as a boon. It also has a ripple effect as she gives opportunities to many women who are stepping out of their homes for the first time to earn a living. How do you get the funds for this? I mean, did the government help or?
Funds. Now, after so many years, I have learned to kind of raise funds. Initially, I went to the government, I went to corporates, I went to public. Some friends helped. Some of my own savings. Initially, though, it was all gone into that. Yeah, that's how. So, but do you think now, with 3,000 women, you know, having their hopes attached to this, with Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan saying that it has actually made the difference, and once we created the disposal system, you know, disposal of the used napkin was a huge problem, and which was the biggest hurdle for the project to run in the rural area, because that proper garbage collection system is not there, no? So women were very worried of that, like the whole village will hate us if we just, you know, throw around used napkins like this. So my husband created simple equipment from terracotta, and now it is giving livelihood to a lot of potters. Like now this is another livelihood option. So this project today, right from getting the raw material, it is giving a livelihood option to farmers. We can, you know, take them towards zero waste farming. Then by compiling that material, women are making pads. By disposing the pads responsibly, we are saving actually a lot of money to the governments.
As Gujarat faces a triangular contest this time, it's the women vote which is the target. There has been an increase in the number of women voters in the state, just like at the national level. Now in Gujarat alone, the number of women voters is 2.14 crores, a rise of about 3.5%. Hence the rush to woo them. But as economic and social empowerment has begun, it's political empowerment which is equally important. After the break, we discuss whether this is taking place. Are more women stepping into the world of politics, or are there mere props?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it is pretty obvious that Mr. Gehlot seems to be highly disturbed at the moment. I mean, of course, he's used pretty nasty and vulgar words against Sachin even earlier. You rattled off some of them. But currently, I think the provocation is very straightforward. He has got the message, I think, subtle, oblique, or very upfront, I don't know, that he is likely to be replaced as the Rajasthan Chief Minister. I have my own, kind of sources that tell me that Sachin is the preferred candidate. It's already been a belated decision, not yet taken. And he will probably be the chief ministerial face for the Congress in 2023. And Mr. Gehlot, who's committed political harakiri by actually, creating an internal rebellion within the Congress when the Congress president elections were coming up, has at the moment ostracized himself. He's like a pariah within the core Congress think tank. The Gandhi family doesn't trust him anymore.
But Sanjay, two things. Sanjay, two things. One is that Mr. Gehlot still has the numbers in Rajasthan. For whatever it's worth, the last time too, when Sachin Pilot did that rebellion a few years ago, The reason why he was not successful was because he doesn't have the numbers. So let's talk about pure hard numbers here. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, Sanjay. The fact is also that Mr. Gehlot, for whatever it's worth, you're saying he's out of favor with the Gandhi family, so on and so forth, but he is still looking after Gujarat affairs for the Congress party.
Well, I think too late to make any changes of that. We'll have to go and see how well the Congress does in Gujarat. At the moment, it seems to be on the back foot. But let me answer the question to you on the numbers. Mm-hmm. Now, you know something, Zaka, where the Congress MLAs are concerned, they will finally respond to the diktat coming from the Congress High Command, which I think, let's agree, is the Gandhi family. And Mr. Kharge, I assume, is now more instrumental also in the decision-making process. So if tomorrow Sachin Pilot is indicated to be the preferred choice of Chief Minister going forward, I can tell you right now on your show, Mr. Gehlot will be left with a handful of people. In fact, none maybe, because all the MLAs will go with what the Congress High Command wants. Okay. They won on a Congress ticket and they will shift their allegiance immediately.
It's interesting you say that because 2 months back when the Congress president elections was happening, I think close to 90 MLAs had gone with Mr. Gehlot. But anyway, be that as it may, let me ask Rakhi Rathod. Well, yes, Congress is infighting. There is Mr. Gehlot versus Mr. Pilot. But it's not like the BJP in Rajasthan is a united house either, Rakhi Rathod.
Actually, BJP has nothing to do with the crisis which is happening in Rajasthan as far as Congress is concerned, because we have a concern with the people of Rajasthan who are suffering because of the infight between the rift between the Congress leaders here. And as far as BJP is concerned, we have one leader with us, that is Narendra Modi, and under his leadership, we are going to fight the next assembly.
This Towel or Vav, as it's called, is a story of woman empowerment. Rani Roopbai tricked the Muslim invader and got this built. Many ways, that's what the BJP and the Congress particularly are hoping to do. They've given the maximum number of women candidates. Their strategy is very simple. Woo the women, get the votes. Will it work? Rajkot's Deputy Mayor Darshita Shah is now the BJP's candidate from Rajkot West. It's the same seat where Prime Minister Modi began his political innings. The BJP has given tickets to 17 women in the state, and they all come from diverse backgrounds. Darshita is a successful pathologist, and politics is not new to her. For her campaign, she is targeting the woman vote and prefers to be surrounded by female supporters. She also banks on her innings as deputy mayor to reach out to the male voters. But Darshita refuses to be a political prop. She has her own identity which she wants to project. लोग ये धारणा रखते हैं कि अगर महिला राजनीति में आती हो तो उसके पीछे एक आदमी का हाथ है और वो ही डिक्टेट करता है कि वो कैसे राजनीति करे. क्या ये बात कहना सही है कि गलत है? या वक्त बदल गया है?
वक्त बदल गया है. अब आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ कहीं सारी महिला अपने आप अपने बलबूते पर आज आगे हुई है और अपने आप अपना एक स्थान कर रही है. प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी साहब का जो स्वप्न था कि सब महिलाएं ज्यादा से ज्यादा सशक्त हो, ज्यादा से ज्यादा आत्मनिर्भर हो, वो अब सब चरितार्थ हो ये दिख रहा है. यहाँ बहुत सारी महिलाएं हमारे साथ अपने आप ही अपने नाम से ही जुड़ी हुई है.
Most political parties have pitched for reservation of women, which is still a pipe dream in the centre. The Women's Reservation Bill has been passed only in the Rajya Sabha. Lack of political consensus is one big reason for this. And even in the Gujarat Assembly, the number of women has not been encouraging. This is despite the fact that the state government cleared 50% reservation for women in local bodies, but the impact has been poor. While social and economic empowerment is important, it's political empowerment which is equally critical. I am here in the Ambaji, which is also considered to be one of the most sacred Shakti Peeths, something which symbolizes women power. But take a look at the Gram Panchayat office right behind me. Not a single woman can be seen in this Panchayat. It's this political empowerment which every political party, at least over here in the battle for Gujarat, are promising. And therefore, they're setting up candidates who are women across political parties. But will that change come soon, especially at the grassroots level? Things, however, are slowly changing. Women are no longer willing to stay in the background. The Kaneti village in Ahmedabad district has an all-women panchayat and they refuse to take any orders from the men. लोग कहते हैं कि जो महिलाएं आती हैं राजनीति में, खास तौर पर अगर ग्राम पंचायत सरपंच की बात करें, वो हम अपना दिमाग नहीं लगाते हैं. जो मेल्स हैं या जेंट्स हैं वो बोलते हैं कि ऐसा करना वैसा करना है. ऐसा कुछ है कि आप लोग अपना दिमाग
हमारे फैमिली करिए इसी काम बदू
आप अपने हिसाब से करते हैं?
हमारे हिसाब से यही करते हैं हम काम. किसी की सुनते नहीं. हमको पता है कि क्या बोलना है, क्या करना है.
The push for this Shakti Pradarshan at the lowest level has been given by the Prime Minister himself. At rallies, he reached out to women and told them that they will shape Gujarat and the country's destiny.
बेटी बचाओ, बेटी पढ़ाओ से लेकर देश की सेना में बेटियों की संपूर्ण भागीदारी तक बेटियों के लिए अवसरों के दरवाजे खोले जा रहे हैं. टॉयलेट्स हो, गैस कनेक्शन हो, हर घर जल हो, जनधन खाते हो, मुद्रा योजना के तहत मिल रही बिना गारंटी के ऋण हो, केंद्र सरकार की हर बड़ी योजना के केंद्र में देश की मातृशक्ति है, नारी शक्ति है. साथियों, जब मां सुखी होती है तो परिवार सुखी होता है. जब परिवार सुखी होता है तो समाज सुखी होता है, और समाज सुखी होता है तो देश सुखी होता है. मेरे भाइयों, यही सही विकास है. इसी विकास के लिए हम निरंतर काम कर रहे हैं.
The opposition doesn't want to be left behind. The Congress has given tickets to 14 women. Some were asked to contest in order to drive home the point. But it was not easy for the Congress to find women candidates to contest. One who is fighting is Ami Yagnik. The Rajya Sabha MP will be contesting from the Ghatrodia constituency in Ahmedabad. She is pitted opposite Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel. Ami's mantra is no fight should be easy.
I firmly believe that women should be a part of every system, whether it is economy or whether it is socio-economic spheres, society or political spheres. And unless and until you don't have a say of the women in decision making at any level, then I think the participatory democracy, in a sense, I think does not perform to its best. And so women are required in any decision making process, whether it is any system.
There's some like Mumtaz Patel, the daughter of Congress's late ace strategist Ahmed Patel. Mumtaz is carrying forward her father's legacy in Piraman village in Bharuch district. She sits on the swing her father sat on while carrying out his political affairs, hoping to take charge someday. You as a woman politician, because there's a lot of stress these days on women empowerment, every political party is wooing. So the natural choice or decision could have been you contesting. You don't want to contest this time round? You didn't want to?
Well, so I think there's a lot of speculation in the media also and amongst public that, why didn't the party give a chance? So that's not true. I was asked whether I want to contest or not, and there are good seats within our district. However, I feel it was too soon for me. I'm still getting my bearings right. I'm getting to know the area. I have known these people all my life. They've been my family. But to know them on the ground at a political level is a completely new field. So give me some time and then you'll see me out there.
Okay, and about the women votes, one last question is that every political party, as I said, is wooing them. Do you think, especially in Gujarat and at the national level, the woman matters now? She's not going to be seen just as a prop, but political empowerment, social, economic empowerment, all three are important. You're seeing the Prime Minister do that, for example.
No, absolutely. And not only politically, you see today all the political parties are eyeing the woman voter. You see what happened in Himachal right now. I think it's going to be the woman voter who's going to be the deciding factor because it's a neck-to-neck race between the two parties. So if women are being targeted for votes, women representation is very, very important. I think we are more sensitive. I think we are more aware. I think we have better judgment sense. We are tougher. So definitely, it's women all the way.
The new entrant, Aam Aadmi Party, hasn't reached the standards set by the BJP and the Congress in the state yet. One of the main reasons where parties have been reluctant to give tickets to women, especially those who are novices, is because they doubt their winnability. But as more and more step into the political arena, there will be winds of change. I stand before the Ambaji temple, which is a symbol of Nari Shakti, or woman empowerment. Over the last half hour, I've tried to get you stories about the women of Gujarat, the woman power, the ones who dare to step out, dream for themselves, and also carve their own identity. But as we head for elections, and the big one in 2024, the question we are left with is it just going to be reduced to a vote bank? Will woman power be thought of and considered only when elections are around the corner? No, said all the women I spoke to. They said we can, we will. Thank you so much for watching.